NASA's plan to go back to the moon is going to have to wait a little longer. This morning's launch of the unmanned Artemis rocket was postponed due to engine issues. It's a big setback for the program, which has already been delayed years and has run billions over budget. There's a new space race underway with both the U.S. and China jockeying for advantage and international partners to develop the moon. A new Pentagon report warns that America needs to be better competing with Beijing, reading, quote, "The rise of China as both an economic and space power is an imminent threat to democracy and the free market economy and the international liberal order." Joining me now, former NASA astronaut Colonel Terry Virts. Colonel, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me on, Chris.
So I guess we were all disappointed this morning when we woke up and learned that that rocket wasn't going to go up in the air. But what do you think is going to happen this week?
Well, it'll take another time or 2 times or 5 times, but we'll get it launched. I was supposed to be up at 2 in the morning to be on Good Morning Britain, so I had a very early morning myself. But when I launched on my space shuttle, we slipped. My 16 years at NASA, there was launch slip after launch slip. This is an incredibly complicated rocket with literally millions of parts, and this is the first launch. So I hope they launch on Friday. It might take another 5 or 10 tries, but it's better to be safe than sorry when you're launching that massive, massive rocket.
Yeah, so Artemis has been described as a huge leap forward compared to the Saturn V. Can you explain to the non-scientists watching, including myself, why that's true?
Well, it's a bigger rocket, more thrust, it can carry more payload. And when you're doing deep space exploration to places like the moon and hopefully eventually Mars, bigger is better. Size matters. And so just being able to carry more payload is the big name of the game. The Saturn was pretty amazing. The last time we went to the moon was 50 years ago. So they developed that rocket 60 plus years ago. It's amazing what they did back in the day.
Especially considering what they had. Now, this report about competition from China, when I first read it, I said, well, that's probably a good thing. I mean, they're going to push us in the same way the USSR pushed the United States in the 60s and got us to the moon. How do you feel about that coming out of the program yourself?
Yeah, if I had a word of the day today, it would be competition. Not only on the international stage, but also between companies, and SpaceX and Blue Origin and NASA are competing also. But the competition between the U.S. and China is very important. It's very real. The Chinese are very clear that they feel themselves to be superior to us. They want to be the dominant country. They feel it's their destiny to be the dominant country on Earth. And they don't have this annoyance called elections that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
So every once in a while we have and so they can come up with a plan and stick to it. And it's harder for us to do that.
Yeah, they could throw whatever they have to at it, too. So, we're seeing, amazing images coming from the Webb Space Telescope. We've got this new moon shot. Are we entering a new golden age of space exploration? I mean, what are you most excited about right now? The Webb stuff, to me, is just, every day I want to see more pictures.
It's amazing. I love the podcast discussion, by the way. I was on Rogan about a year ago, and my podcast is Down to Earth with Terry Virts. I'll have to have you on. We'll talk about progressive things. But I've had a bunch of Webb folks on my podcast talking about what the telescope's doing. The Jupiter picture is surreal. Finding carbon dioxide in the atmosphere of that planet was pretty cool. But also the thing that is evolved, it does 3 big things. It looks back in time. It's a time machine looking to the very beginning of the universe because it's infrared spectrum. It also can look at atmospheres around other planets, which it just did, and it can also look where stars are being formed in nebula. So the Webb telescope is amazing. I love seeing those images.
So, what would it take, in your opinion, for there to be a true international partnership between the United States and China for the future of space exploration? I mean, hopefully it wouldn't take like an Armageddon situation where there's a comet barreling towards the planet.
No, I hope we can cooperate with China in the future. I think what it would require is for them to stop committing genocide against the Uyghurs and for them to stop committing massive industrial espionage against America and to not just lob, missile after missile after missile into the ocean when a politician visits the legitimate government of Taiwan. And their authoritarian state would make Orwell proud. So I love Chinese people. I've visited China many times. Their government needs to, I think, move in the right direction.
Well, you're making an excellent point. Former NASA astronaut Colonel Terry Virts, thank you so much, and I'll look for that podcast invite. After the break,
I'll have you on Down to Earth.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.